Well, we begin tonight with the ABC 15 investigators going into the zone. That's what some call the largest homeless encampment in Phoenix, where crowds have swelled to 900 people on recent nights.
The zone is between downtown Phoenix and the state capitol, spanning 10 blocks near 12th Avenue in Jefferson, right next to the Human Services campus.
ABC 15 investigator Melissa Blazia has spent multiple mornings in the zone over 2 months, seeing a shift in how the city is conducting cleanups. At issue, what is the city throwing away, and when do people's personal belongings become trash?
It's just after 6 a.m. on a frosty February morning. All is quiet in the zone. Respite from a typical Wednesday since the pandemic started.
Let's go.
And the 3 times a week wake-up calls. Police telling people to get moving, packing up their blankets, tents, and all their belongings so the city of Phoenix can do cleanups.
What we call rage.
Removing food wrappers, drug needles, urine, and feces, but other stuff too. A suitcase here a big pile of tarps and bags. Mattresses, blankets, clothes, books, and cards all being scooped up. Many people on the street say city workers trashed their personal property if they temporarily left camp.
I've had everything I own thrown in trash, including my ID, my teeth, everything.
How did it feel the day they threw away all your stuff, including your teeth?
I can't think of the words for it, really.
They can't just willfully seize and destroy people's personal property.
Elizabeth Venable, an advocate for people experiencing homelessness, says she's collected written reports from about 50 people saying their items were seized and thrown away in violation of a federal court decision.
All of those things have been in violation of a ruling called Levon v. City of Los Angeles.
There's a Los Angeles court case about whether or not belongings found in public spaces should be thrown away or kept for a certain amount of time.
The U.S. Department of Justice is now investigating Phoenix's actions.
Whether the Phoenix Police Department violates the rights of individuals experiencing homelessness by seizing and disposing of their belongings in a manner that violates the Constitution.
But advocates for people experiencing homelessness say the federal probe did not change the sweeps.
But they're not supposed to throw his stuff away. He had to go to the hospital.
In January, Phoenix activist Stacey Champion had a viral social media post when she was threatened with arrest for crossing a police line as she tried to intervene to protect a man's tent.
Being detained right now.
We want to look out for the safety and the health of everyone there.
Phoenix officials in charge of the cleanups make updates at city council meetings.
Having people move is the way that we get it truly clean.
City leaders have denied ABC 15's repeated requests for an on-camera interview for this story, but did answer emailed questions saying most items left in the street after individuals have been given several hours warning to remove their belongings before sanitation crews arrive is deemed to be trash. Although there are special circumstances where sanitation crews will clean around areas when it is known the owner is unavailable or unable to move their belongings. But Champion showed us this video of an elderly man with mobility issues who did not have to move, but the crew power washed under his cot, soaking his blanket.
I just thought it was just so cruel.
ABC 15 was in the zone when people living in the encampments started to push back in mid-January.
We decided to stand up.
Cameron Robinson, who lives on the corner of 11th Avenue and Jackson, was an organizer.
And I just felt it in the air, and we just said we're not moving no more.
Dozens of people experiencing homelessness now offered to push their trash to the street, but refused to pack up and drag all their belongings out of the way for cleaning. At first, police officers that help with cleanup control seemed baffled, questioning Champion.
Why would I do that?
In ABC 15's 3 cleanup day visits since then, we've seen fewer officers. Instead, behavioral health workers notify people on cleaning mornings. And the tents stay put. Cameron Robinson wants city workers and police officers to know this.
We're not opposing them. We're not against them. We're with them. But they need to be with us too.
A city spokeswoman did not comment on whether there have been any official changes to sweep policy or practice. And Phoenix added these signs in the zone, reinforcing cleanup days and times.
Tomorrow they can walk up in here and tell us to move our tents, and we have 10 minutes. If we don't, they're going to take everything and throw it in the trash.
I'm investigator Melissa Blasius, ABC 15, Arizona.
The Department of Justice did not respond to ABC 15's request for comment about their ongoing investigation into the Phoenix homeless encampment sweeps.